If you constantly feel tired, if you find yourself working harder and harder, yet somehow always falling behind, and if you've ever paused to ask yourself, is there something fundamentally wrong with me or with how I'm approaching life? Then I urge you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to say, because the truth, while uncomfortable, is profoundly important. The system we operate within is not broken. In fact, it is functioning precisely as it was meticulously designed to, achieving its intended outcomes with remarkable efficiency. Let me share a story with you, a narrative that might resonate deeply. Meet Daniel, a man in his early 30s, whose daily routine begins long before the sun even thinks about rising, often waking up in the pre-dawn hours. He endures a lengthy commute on a perpetually crowded bus, his headphones providing a small sanctuary from the world as he stares out the window, lost in thought. He's always tired, a persistent weariness that seems to cling to him, yet he perpetually harbors the quiet hope that this year, finally, things will be different, that his efforts will yield a new outcome. Daniel meticulously followed all the prescribed steps, doing everything right according to societal expectations. He diligently pursued his education, achieved decent grades, and successfully secured a job, believing this was the path to stability and success. He dedicates 5, and often 6, days a week to his work, pouring his energy into his responsibilities. Yet, despite his consistent effort and long hours, every single month, his hard-earned money seems to vanish without a trace, leaving him with little to show for his labor. The relentless cycle of expenses consumes his income: rent, daily transport costs, groceries for food, and an endless stream of bills. And then, inevitably, when something entirely unexpected occurs, like an unforeseen car repair or a sudden family emergency, his carefully constructed financial stability, however fragile, completely collapses, leaving him in a precarious situation. Daniel experiences a profound sense of futility, feeling as though he is constantly running at full speed, exerting immense effort, yet paradoxically, he never seems to make any real progress or move forward in his life, trapped in a perpetual state of motion without advancement. So Daniel, like millions of others who silently grapple with similar struggles, finds himself asking a fundamental and deeply unsettling question. Why does achieving even basic stability and progress feel utterly impossible, despite all my efforts? He further questions, why does it feel like the harder I strive, the more diligently I work, the worse my situation seems to become, as if my efforts are counterproductive? And in response to these genuine inquiries, the world, unfortunately, often provides him with misleading and ultimately unhelpful answers, perpetuating a cycle of misunderstanding. The common refrains he hears are, you just need to work harder, push yourself more, wake up even earlier, maximize every hour of your day, hustle more, relentlessly pursue every opportunity. These are the superficial solutions offered, without addressing the underlying systemic issues. However, what remains conspicuously absent from these common pieces of advice is any genuine explanation or insight into the intricate, often invisible, system within which he and countless others are operating. No one bothers to illuminate the true nature of the game being played. Here lies the uncomfortable truth, the aspect of reality that those in power or those benefiting from the status quo prefer not to discuss openly. The vast majority of established systems are not fundamentally designed to foster individual freedom or empowerment. Rather, their primary objective is to maintain and exert control over the populace. Our educational institutions, for instance, do not prioritize teaching practical financial literacy or how money truly functions in the modern world. Instead, their curriculum is largely structured to instill obedience and the ability to meticulously follow instructions, preparing individuals for roles within existing hierarchical structures. Similarly, the conventional job market rarely rewards genuine creativity, innovative thinking, or independent problem solving. What is consistently valued and compensated is compliance, the ability to adhere to established procedures, meet quotas, and fit seamlessly into predefined roles, rather than challenging the status quo. The burden of debt serves as a powerful mechanism to keep individuals quiet and less likely to challenge authority, as their financial obligations demand their constant attention. Fear, whether of job loss, financial insecurity, or social disapproval, is an effective tool for maintaining obedience. And pervasive distraction, through endless entertainment and superficial concerns, ensures that people remain diverted from critically examining the systems that govern their lives. Consider this profound implication. If every single person truly understood the intricate workings, the hidden mechanisms, and the true objectives of the system they inhabit, that system, as it currently stands, would inevitably cease to function effectively, as its foundations rely on a certain level of collective unawareness. Reflect deeply on these discrepancies. Why is it that you are rigorously taught complex algebraic equations and abstract mathematical concepts in school, yet receive virtually no practical education on how to navigate the essential and often complicated process of filing taxes, a skill critical for every adult? Furthermore, why is there such an extensive focus on historical events and figures, providing a detailed account of the past, while simultaneously there is a glaring absence of education on the fundamental principles of modern economics, specifically how banks create money out of thin air, a process that profoundly impacts everyone's financial reality? And why are you consistently trained and encouraged to compete fiercely against your peers, viewing others as rivals, instead of being educated on crucial concepts like leverage, the power of ownership, or the strategic understanding of systems, which are far more impactful for long-term success and collective well-being? This pattern is not a mere coincidence or an oversight. It is a deliberate design. Individuals who are kept in a state of confusion, uncertainty, and lacking comprehensive information are inherently far easier to manage, direct, and control than those who are well-informed, critically thinking, and fully aware of their circumstances. And here is the most painful realization, the part that truly resonates with a deep sense of injustice. Daniel is not inherently lazy. He is not unintelligent. He is certainly not failing due to personal shortcomings or a lack of effort on his part. Instead, he is simply participating in a complex game, a system where the fundamental rules, the true objectives, and the hidden mechanics were deliberately obscured or entirely withheld from him. And it is entirely possible, perhaps even probable, that you, too, are in a very similar situation, playing a game whose rules you don't fully comprehend. However, there is genuinely good news amidst this revelation, a beacon of hope. The moment you begin to truly perceive and understand the underlying system, its structure, and its intentions, you can finally release yourself from the burden of self-blame, recognizing that your struggles are not solely a personal failing. And once you successfully shed the heavy weight of self-blame, a transformative shift occurs. You naturally begin to formulate and ask more insightful, more penetrating, and ultimately, far better questions that lead to genuine understanding and potential solutions. This channel has been created and exists for one singular, crucial reason: to meticulously explain and demystify all the essential concepts, the hidden truths, and the systemic workings that were never adequately explained or taught to us through conventional means. If this explanation has resonated with you, if it has provided a moment of clarity or understanding, please take a moment to comment "system" below this video. Your engagement helps us understand the impact of this message. In our very next video, I will delve deeper into this topic and specifically explain the intricate reasons why our traditional schooling system never adequately educated us about the fundamental principles and practicalities of money, leaving a significant gap in our essential knowledge. I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, not because I claim to possess all the definitive answers or solutions, but because gaining clarity, truly understanding how things work, has the profound power to fundamentally change everything in your life, opening up new possibilities and perspectives.